Hey BookTube, it's Peg. Welcome back to the History Shelf. I'm pretty excited because I'm kicking off a very long Memorial Day weekend. I'm taking off tomorrow and Friday, and of course have Monday off. So I've got a 5-day weekend, and what better way to kick things off than with an epic book haul. I put a poll up on my community tab asking if you guys wanted to see a 4-box book outlet book haul, and vast majority of you, well, 98%, said yes. Not only yes, but hell yes. So I've got 4 boxes here. Like one of the boxes might only have 3 books in them, but these have kind of accrued over, a month and a half, I would say, and I am very remiss in opening. I know probably a lot of you are like, what? But I try to save these for, the channel, because you guys really enjoy book hauls. And I know a lot of you that I talk to in the comments, and I follow you. We follow each other on social media and Instagram. You guys get a lot of ideas for books, and you add a lot of the books that I show to your TBRs, especially those of you who love history and just different kinds of books. And anyway, so I save them for you. And of course, it's been a busy month or two here as we've been, as you can see, there's some things piled up on the floor behind me. And, we're working on getting out of here. So it's still a work in progress. So I decided I'm going to go through these and show you all of them. And then I will inventory and either temporarily shelve here or probably just go ahead and move them into the garage for the moving to hopefully a new home in the next couple of months. Okay, so having said that, I don't know if this is going to be 1 or 2 parts. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how much we can get done here. So, first box, and of course a lot of these it's fun because some of these books I can't remember everything I ordered. So good, we have some packing paper, which we can use for dishes. Look, hon, see? Martine is in attendance.
That is hopefully not the most exciting part of the...
No, this is not the most exciting part, but look, we're getting multiple uses out of everything in this box. So it's not just books for me, it's packing material for the move, Let me get this microphone a little closer to me. All right. Oh, cool. Yes. So I picked this up for like $10. It wasn't super cheap on Book Outlet, the Book Outlet haul, but I've read several of this historian's works. I love his work on Russia, and this is Orlando Figes, or Feigs. I always say Figes, but it's Orlando Feigs. The Europeans. We've got 3 lives and the making of a cosmopolitan culture. Look at this beautiful book. This is his most recent book, and I love the spine. You see that? That's so cool. Orlando has written A People's Tragedy, which was probably the best known book of his on the Russian Revolution. I also have his Natasha's Dance, which is a cultural history of, I think, St. Petersburg, and then an epic history on the Crimean War. So, and this is our author right here. There he is. And look at these beautiful end papers here. It's artwork. Beautiful book. Just beautiful. So maybe a few of you are aware of this book. This was put out by Metropolitan Books. It was super marked down. Brand new decal-edged hardcover. Love those. Wonderfully color inserts, paintings, portraits, artwork. Anyway, I'll give you a brief synopsis here. The 19th century in Europe was the first age of cultural globalization, an epoch when the coming of the railroad and the advent of mass communication brought Europe together, overcoming national barriers and creating a truly pan-European canon of artistic, musical, and literary works. By 1900, people across the continent were reading the same books, looking at the same art and attending the same opera performances. Acclaimed historian Orlando Figes moves from Parisian salons to German spa towns to Russian country houses, exploring the interplay of money and art that made this unification possible. At the book center is an intimate love triangle. The Russian writer Ivan Turgenev, the Spanish prima donna Pauline Viardot, and her husband Louis Viardot, a connoisseur and political activist. Their passionate, ambitious lives caught up an astonishing array of artists and princes, poets, composers, and impresarios, such as Delacroix, Chopin, the Schumanns, Hugo, Flaubert, Dickens, and Dostoevsky among them. As Figes observes, nearly all of civilization's great advances have come when people, ideas, and artistic creations circulate freely between nations. Surprising, beautifully written, spanning a continent and a century, The Europeans offers the first international history of European culture and a compelling argument for the benefits of cosmopolitanism. So, wonderful. And now I have all of his work now, so I'm happy about that. Yes, excellent. I wanted this book, which was also about, $10, but this accompanies his other massive work on submarines and the history of submarine and submarine warfare. And this is by Ian Ballantyne. Sorry for the glare. It's Undersea Warriors. The Untold History of the Royal Navy's Secret Service. The other book was The Deep. What was it called? Yeah, it was The Deep. I just showed it not too many videos ago. I ordered it used. So it was the only place I could find it in hardcover, and I wanted it in hardcover. It's called The Deadly Deep. And this one is about the inside story of the Cold War beneath the waves. This new book follows the careers of 4 daring British submarine captains who risked their lives to keep the rest of us safe, their exploits consigned to the shadows until now. Their experiences encompass the span of the Cold War, from voyages in World War II-era submarines under Arctic ice to nuclear-powered espionage missions in Soviet-dominated seas. There are dangerous encounters with Russian spy ships in British waters, and finally, as the communist facade begins to crack, these captains hold the line against the Kremlin's oceanic might, playing a leading role, bringing about the end of the Cold War. It is the first time they have spoken out about their covert lives in the submarine service. This is the dramatic untold story of an undersea secret war. So that just sounded riveting to me. I've always been really just kind of curious, morbidly curious sometimes about just, submarine warfare, just what drives people to do that with my own fears. I'm like, kind of scary. All right. Oh, yes. And then this final, okay, now I'm all caught up. I have the first 2 volumes in this series by Sidney Blumenthal. And I know Bill Rutenberg at the Rutenberg Library will be happy to see this. I think he just recently picked this up, too. I have the other 2 volumes right behind me. I don't know if you can see, it's right behind that candle. The first 2 volumes, but this is The Political Life of Abraham Lincoln, All the Powers of the Earth. It's from 1856 to 1860 by Sidney Blumenthal. And it's just a brand new book. I think I got it for about $8. Simon & Schuster. Maybe it was $8. It might have been $10, but I was willing to pay. It's just a brand new deckle-edged book. Retails for like $35. Yeah, so happy to have it. This one covers, obviously, the run-up to the Civil War, his ascent to power, Lincoln-Douglas debates. Yeah, just all that great stuff that happened right in front of the run-up. And I love these end paper pictures. Look at this. Nice big hefty book. Just has a remainder mark, but that's not a big deal to me. So I have all 3, and then it'll be great once the final volume comes out on that. Let me just check something too real quick. Okay, we're good to go here. Okay, let's see. Last book in this shipment. So really, it's not too bad. It was a 4-book shipment. That's not a big deal. Yay! And I also had a bunch of Audible credits, and I was in danger of losing one. Like if you don't, use the credits to get the audiobooks, they'll just, I think they top out at 12, so you have to use them before they expire. So I got this in audiobook as well. So just to kind of go along. I know a lot of people on BookTube, a lot of friends who will read a book as they're also listening to an audiobook version, and I was just curious why they do that. And so I thought I'd give it a try just to see if that is something that is extra effective in either absorbing the material or finding it just more enjoyable, like hearing someone reading it as you're going along. So, and again, I had an extra credit that was just going to go bye-bye, and I couldn't find anything else at the time that I wanted. So I picked up an audio file to accompany Case White, The Invasion of Poland, 1939, by Robert Forsyth. This was put out by Osprey. Again, I found this of interest to me because of the recent work I've read about the beginnings of World War II and the invasion of Poland, and Roger Morehouse's book on 1939 was fantastic, as he told the story from the side of the Poles and how they just fought valiantly, but that they couldn't resist the force of the Nazis, and then unfortunately, then the communists, Stalin marched in from the east, and it was all over with. But so I thought, I'd like to get another take on the invasion of Poland, and I had heard some good things about Case White. So let me know if any of you guys have heard of this or have read it. I know I have quite a few very stout and vigorous military history readers out there across the globe. I'm looking at you, Lawrence. You've read a lot of military history. Let me know. Let me know what you think about Case White. So that was a 4-book, box. So it's not crazy. It's not crazy. I was just trying to fill a couple of gaps that I wanted to fill. And, the completionist in me wanted to get that last Lincoln book as well as the accompanying volume, Ian Ballantyne's study on the Cold War submariners. And, of course, Orlando Figes. I had to have him. Okay, so let me see here. Next box. What do we got going on here? Yay. All right. Hey, while I'm going through the box, let me know in the comments below what you guys' plans are. Got big plans for the long weekend? Weather's supposed to be hopefully getting nice here. Right now it's overcast and humid, and I don't know how I feel about that. The bugs are starting to come out. It's not cool, not at all. I don't mind if the sun is out and it's a nice strong sunlight. But this is like overcast, so you feel like it should be chilly out, and it was earlier, and now it's sticky, and nothing's moving. So maybe it's tornado weather. I don't know. Okay, let's see what's in this next box. Oh, this is a paperback. This is a paperback box. Oh, should I save this one for later? Okay, well, I was going to do a video where we talked about rounding out Martine and myself's, that's not a word, but rounding out our library of good mystery novels and mystery writers. And I'll show it in another video, but she went ahead and ordered all the books from the chief, Inspector Barnaby, Midsummer Murders, the original novels by Carolyn. Is it Carolyn Graham? Yeah. So we have those, and that's exciting because I really enjoy the show. I think they show it on BBC or Acorn, or I think it's on most of the channels now. And PBS, yeah. So, so this one I kind of went. I felt the need for more mysteries, and I wanted to go back to reading some mystery series that I had started a couple years ago. Excuse me, and never got back to. But let's see what we have here. Oh shoot! Well, I can't show that book while she's in the room.
Hey, that's not nice.
Well, I know. Here, I'm gonna hear it. Well, this was like $2, and I felt bad for Mr. Brad Thor, so
Oh, God.
so I bought Backlash, a thriller, deep, disaffected sighs over there.
Free to turn off everybody. Turn off the video right
No, don't turn off the video right now. Anyway, it was like $1.95, and I'm like, this one only came out like. As of the last two books, I've gotten them in hardcover, so this one is precedes that or comes after it. So, and he's got a brand new book out now, and I guess another one's. I mean, this guy cranks them out really fast, but which doesn't mean anything.
Makes them even less special and important than they already
Oh, he's got a new picture on the back though. Okay, so anyway, this is one of the latest in his series, one of the last. I think this book was supposed to end like with a really big cliffhanger, or it was supposed to start with the picks up where the cliffhanger left off. So anyway, I picked up this one for ridiculously cheap price. Okay, so then I decided I want to get back into P.D. James. With the Adam, is his name Dalglish?
Dogleash.
Dogleash.
You say it like dog leash, but
How did I say it wrong? It's
it blends into one.
Dogleash. Okay, it's the Inspector, an Adam Dalglish mystery. I had read the first in the series. Well, actually, I've read two. I've read Cover Her Face, and then I believe the second one was A Mind to Murder. Let me see here. Yes. So the third in the series is Unnatural Causes, which I think I need to just. I've looked around, and I think I have to pick that one up at either Barnes and Noble or just Amazon or something. But the Book Outlet had a bunch of her stories or her in the series. Let me pull these out. And I think the next one, next to the third one, this is the fourth in the series. So, I picked up like 4 P.D. James. They were super cheap. Okay, so check this out. I got the fourth in the series, which is A Shroud for a Nightingale. Now, I'm a little surprised because the covers that showed that I ordered, they looked like the old paperback covers that I really liked, like the cover for Cover Her Face. I think they're the ones that were made in the 80s. But, I mean, that's okay. But I really would have hoped they would have shown the actual covers that I would be getting. Because that was part of the appeal. I liked the old covers. But we have A Shroud for a Nightingale. So, again, that's number 4. And my idea is I'm going to set up a new area of our home library when we have that set up. That is going to be dedicated to, our mystery library, mysteries that we can walk up to and say, I feel like reading a mystery, and here is our collection, and we pull down the books in there right there. That's my idea. So, yeah. Got that one, so we're ready to roll once I get number 3, which is Unnatural Causes. That's the next one I need to read. And then I'm trying to figure out the numbers. I'm looking at the inside. There was Shroud for a Nightingale. And that one's not the next one. And then they skip a couple, but the next one I think is Death of an Expert Eyewitness. So there's a few gaps, but I'll get them filled in. So then I picked up Death of an Expert Witness. Because I really enjoyed the first two. I really enjoyed the first two books, but I enjoyed the enigmatic personality of Adam Dalglish. Dalglish.
No, said it right the first time.
Dalglish. Dalglish. Okay.
Welsh, I think.
He's Welsh. Yes. He's kind of a quiet guy by nature. He likes to go back and read his literature, and he's got interesting little habits. So anyway, then I got, and this one's a really big one. This one is The Skull Beneath the Skin. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I ordered this, but no. This is a Cordelia Gray mystery. Oh, I must have thought this was an Adam Dalglish novel. But she also wrote a series of Cordelia Gray. So I might have to figure out if this is the first one or not. Either way, it's a brand new series. It's a brand new type of, inspector, detective. So this one is not Adam, but this is Cordelia. And this is Adam Dalglish. Okay, so the last one of the Adam one, the Dalglish ones, is The Black Tower. So I picked that one up. Yay! So it's...
You're going to have to try some of the TV adaptations.
And I do want to watch the TV adaptations once I've read the mysteries, Okay, so this one was kind of like a mystery. It's really only 6 books here, so nothing too much. Then I wanted to give this one a try. This is Anne Perry, but she starts a new series with the son of Charlotte and Pitt. Thomas Pitt? Yeah, Charlotte and Thomas Pitt novels. She's written like 30 of those, and this is their son Daniel. Is this the first in the series? I think this is the second, but I've ordered the first one from somewhere else. It might be in the next thing. Okay. So anyway, this is Anne Perry's Triple Jeopardy. It's a Daniel Pitt novel. I have a ton of her paperbacks in storage right now with all of the Inspector Monk and then the Charlotte and Thomas Pitt series. But I'm interested to see how she's grown as a writer and how she's moving into, a different time frame, and also the fact that it's the son of 2 of her major characters. So, and this was super marked down. All right, so that was some mystery and thriller action right there. I'm going to pause real quick while I get the other box ready. Hang on. Okay, we're back, and I've got the next box ready. This one is mostly fiction, and I decided that I wanted to finish up collecting and having on hand. Well, let me just back up by saying Summer at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats has been raving about this author, and I broke down and bought his trilogy, which I need to start, Pillars of the Earth. So I have those 3 books. But she had also raved about another trilogy based on like a family. And this, I love stuff like that because I grew up reading like the John Jakes Kent Family Chronicles and the North and South trilogy, which was fantastic. I love following families with multiple characters and, just seeing where, life takes them. And so she had raved about the, what is it called, this world? The Century. It's called the Century Trilogy. So I scored big time. And of course, I have to move quickly because a lot of times when you go on Book Outlet and you find something and it says low stock, and you click on it and it's like 1 left. And then you add it to your cart and you can see that like 5 other people or 10 other people have it in their cart. You got to pull the trigger or it's gone. So I got some handsome trade paperback copies, and I was able to score the entire Ken Follett Century Trilogy. Thank you, Summer. Look at these books I got now. Woo! This is the first book 1 of the Century Trilogy. I think it was like, how much was it? Don't know. I don't see the sticker. I think it was like $6.95 or something crazy. And so this is like the big, kind of lays flat, I don't like mass market paperbacks, so this is the really comfortable kind that you can read, you can read in bed and it falls flat. Oh, it's lovely. Gotta smell the pages. So, for those of you who are not aware of this, I'll just, let's see. I'll give you a quick blurb here from, I think it's USA Today or something. Or no, it says Ken Follett's World Without End was a global phenomenon, beloved by millions of readers and acclaimed by critics. Now his magnificent new historical epic begins with Fall of Giants, as 5 interrelated families move through the momentous dramas of the First World War, the Russian Revolution, which you know I'm really interested in, and the struggle for women's suffrage. Let's see here. Okay, I'll just give you. So the first book says here, a 13-year-old Welsh boy enters a man's world in the mining pits. An American law student rejected in love finds a surprising new career in Woodrow Wilson's White House. A housekeeper for the aristocratic Fitzherberts takes a fateful step above her station, while Lady Maud Fitzherbert herself crosses deep into forbidden territory when she falls in love with a German spy. And 2 orphaned Russian brothers embark on radically different paths when their plan to emigrate to America falls afoul of war, conscription, and revolution. Oh. Yep. This book takes us into the inextricably entangled fates of 5 families and into a century that we thought we knew, but that now it will never seem the same again. So, book 1 of the Century trilogy. Okay. And then I got book 2, same wonderful, floppy, durable trade paperback. And this is Winter of the World. Okay. So it picks up where say I don't like to read it because it's like, I don't want to know about these people yet in the second book. I want to read the first. So anyway, I got the second, Winter of the World. And then book 3. And this is Edge of Eternity. And again, sometimes they show up on Book Outlet and they're there for a minute, like a blink of an eye. So, if you're ever looking for a certain author or something, just kind of go back every now and then, type in the name, see what comes up. They're constantly updating their stock. But yeah, woo, it's a big chunkster. This one, the last book is like 1,000 pages. Yes! But this one's definitely modern day. You see the space lift was at Apollo. It takes you through to 1987, it looks like, is the end, or 1989. So, I don't know, guys. This is pretty exciting for me. So I saw these. So I was like, I've got his Pillars of the Earth, or whatever that other trilogy is that I need to read. Pillars of the Earth is the first book, and then so I've got the Century trilogy. So we're set to go. There. Oh, you know what we should call this box? The Ken Follett box.
As long as it isn't the Brad Thor box.
It's not the Brad Thor box. That was a one-off. This box was all Ken Follett. So I know that Summer would love this box because she loves Ken Follett. So, what happened was I was getting all excited about these books, and I was like, well, wow, they have some other volumes by him there, on the site, and they were super cheap. And I read the descriptions, and they sound like fiction that I would enjoy reading. So I also picked up Ken Follett's The Man from St. Petersburg. Nice cover there. It says here, his name was Felix. He came to London to commit a murder that would change history. A master manipulator, he had many weapons at his command, but against him were ranged the whole of the English police, a brilliant and powerful lord, and the young Winston Churchill himself. Her name was Lola. These odds would have stopped any man in the world except the man from St. Petersburg. So, sounded kind of like a fun thriller for me. And this was another book. I had not heard of this at all. I think I had heard of The Man from St. Petersburg, but this one looks really great. Again, I love historical fiction or historical thrillers, things like this. And I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with this book. Let me know if you are. This is Ken Follett's Jackdaws. What a great cover. Look at these. You got the flyboys on the cover. And these are really nice penguin. These last two are nice, really nice penguin editions. The other two were put out by the New American Library. Those are, in case you're interested in the editions that I have and you like them. The Century Trilogy is New American Library. These are just beautiful penguin paperbacks. So Jackdaws, let's read about this. In his own best-selling tradition of Eye of the Needle and The Key to Rebecca, Ken Follett delivers a breathtaking novel of suspense set in the most dangerous days of World War II. He once again, this is in quotes, he once again strikes Nazi pay dirt as a gang of all-female saboteurs goes behind German lines. That sounds outstanding. Oh, these aren't fly boys. Yeah, these are fly girls on the cover. What? These are women in I'm looking over at Martine. Yeah, these are women in like their parachute jumps and their pilot leather caps, leather necks, flying leather necks. So I think that's what attracted to me. It's not a really big description, but the one on the website was a little bit more in depth, but it sounded super fun. Yeah, so I got Jackdaws. What up? Oh, maybe this is the other one I was thinking of. Another great penguin paperback edition. This is Ken Follett's Night Over Water. Okay, this is the one that really... And it was like one copy left, and I have to get it before someone else does. It's just a nice, beautiful, brand new. It's not beat up at all. So Night Over Water. September 1939. England is at war with Nazi Germany. In Southampton, the world's most luxurious airliner, the legendary Pan Am Clipper, takes off for its final flight to neutral America. Aboard are the cream of society and the dregs of humanity, all fleeing the war for reasons of their own, shadowed by a danger they do not know exists, and heading straight into a storm of violence, intrigue, and betrayal. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Yeah, Casablanca, good call. Well, look, it's got the seaplane. I call it a seaplane. These are the ones that can land on the water. Yeah. If you've never taken off from the water, I highly recommend it. I used to work at a seaplane ride place and had all the free rides on the seaplane I wanted. It's a thrill when you just get that throttle going. You're slapping those waves up, bam, 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 and then you take off. Of course, when you land, too, it's kind of scary, but it's still very fun. So this is my Ken Follett haul. This was the third box, and now we're moving on to the fourth and final box, which is great because now we're up to 33 minutes. Ooh, and it's more fiction. I think I was just really on I've been watching Mayor of Easttown on HBO Max. We both have, and I really just love the gritty detective murder. I really enjoy the gritty kind of contemporary police. I don't know, police procedural, much as like detective kind of wrestling with their own, demons and stuff like that. And it kind of made me think of some of the other shows that were on a couple of years ago, like the Dublin Murder Squad, which I still want to finish up. And it reminds you of Prime Suspect. Okay, I don't know how many of you have HBO Max or are following the show with Kate Winslet, Mayor of Easttown, but I think it's fantastic, and she's awesome. And I have extended family who hail from that area in Pennsylvania, and they do talk like that, and I love it. It just it took me back to when I was a kid, and we'd go out east, and those O's, the way they make the O's sound.
And the fact that you're still talking like that.
And I'm still, we binged a couple episodes, and then for the next 2 days, I started talking like I was from East Pennsylvania. All right. Okay, so I decided that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, well, I have other books arriving from thrift books because I'm trying to get the books in this series. I love also the Icelandic, the Icelandic murder detectives. Like what is that? What's that one with Ian McGregor? He's the Norwegian cop, or Ewan McGregor.
You've got Wallander.
Wallander.
That's Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh. I get all those faces mixed up. Anyway, I love like stories that take place in cold, forbidding places. So sign me up whenever there is a... Oh, Fortitude was a great series on Amazon Prime, I think. Go look up Fortitude. They made a second season with Dennis Quaid. It was like... It was garbage, but the first season was crazy good. So please check out Fortitude. But there's this is in the Hulda series. I've got the first book, The Darkness. Is this about Hulda? Yeah, Detective Hulda Hermansdotter. So I would need to read The Darkness first, but I think this is the fourth book in the series. But this is The Mist by Ragnar Jonason. It goes The Darkness, The Island, and this is the third book, actually, not the fourth, now that I'm remembering. Ragnar Jonason has written two detective series. One is with the woman here, Detective Hulda Hermansdotter, and then there's another series which I just actually purchased the book for. Oh yeah, let me show you. It's right here. Oh yeah. You know what? These didn't come in this shipment, but I can show you these anyway. But he's also written a series, and this is the first book in the other series. This is Snowblind. And this one is about Ari Thor. That's a great name. Rookie policeman in Reykjavik. Ragnar has these two separate series. And I also picked up Rupture, which is an Ari Thor thriller in the series. So Snowblind starts it, and then I'm trying to get all of them. So a couple of them I've had to order used, and you'll probably see them. I'll show them in a future video. Or I think I might even ordered a couple in my most recent Hamilton book haul, which I haven't shown you. But I will, if you want me to. Anyway, so I got The Mist to kind of go with my other Ragnar Jonason mystery thrillers, which I really, really enjoy. As you know, on the history shelf, it's not always history. It's also it's historical fiction. It's thrillers. It's mysteries. Yeah. So there's that. Okay. Oh, wait. There's so much to look at. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Ah! So for Christmas, maybe 2 Christmases ago, I got this was when we were watching the Dublin Murder Squad, and I was like, I want to read these books by Tana French. Well, there's more than the 2 that I got for Christmas. So I got In the Woods and then The Likeness. And there's more. So one is, The Faithful Place. I don't know. This one was available. This is not what it costs. Let me see. I need to take the sticker off, but I got this from Book Outlet, and this was like $4.95, $5.95. And this is part of the Dublin Murder Squad. Again, just a very nice Penguin edition. It's got a little interesting flap there. It's called The Secret Place. Follows the same detective from In the Woods. So again, just kind of following the same characters, which I like to do when I'm reading. I do enjoy series. I like to follow them. So I picked up another Tana French, and let's see. Oh yeah, I got another Tana French. Yeah, this is the third book. Okay, so I got The Secret Place, but I also picked up another nice Penguin edition of Faithful Place. This is the third book, I think, after The Likeness. And again, you just can't beat the price. It's hit or miss when you get on there, Book Outlet. You type in some of your favorite authors that maybe you're trying to fill some gaps in, and they update it. Sometimes they update it, and you just got to grab them while they're there. And this kind of shows the order of the book. So as you can see, I have In the Woods, these first two. Faithful Place is the third. I don't have Broken Harbor. Then I have The Secret Place, which I just picked up. And I think The Trespasser is the brand new one. Yeah. I think that one's still in hardcover. So, yeah, I'm just about caught up with that. You know, I just need to create more hours in the day so I can catch up on all my reading. And then I just picked up a couple of, again, a lot of these, except for series that I want to keep. Some of these standalone books that I bought, like fiction, I will pass these along to friends, family, or donate to the library. So really the books that I keep are history, and then the mystery and thriller series that I love the most, that I know that I'd come back and reread someday. Also, I would keep the Follett, you know, like, because I love stuff like that. But anyway, I picked this up. This sounded really interesting. This is called The Inventor, a thriller by Lee Matthew Goldberg. Sorry, The Mentor, not the... Did I say The Inventor? It's weird. Okay, it's The Mentor. I can tell you why I got this book. I finished reading, and I'm going to link it below because I told several of you in my last video who were interested that I read a brand new book called The Plot by Jean Hanff Korelitz, and I wrote a review and an article for it for BookBrowse Review, and it's published now. It's up, and it's available. So I will link my book review below, but that was a fantastic, awesomely fresh and refreshing take on writers, where they get their stories from, and then it took like a dark, you know, it was twisty. It was really inventive. I thought it was as fresh as the premise of the book that you just have to read it to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'll link that review below. So The Mentor appealed to me because you can see it's a stack of pages, right? So it's about writers. And this one says here, Kyle Broder has achieved his lifelong dream of becoming an editor at a major publishing house. When he's contacted by his favorite college professor, William Lansing, Kyle couldn't be happier, especially after William mentions that he's been writing a novel. The idea of being his mentor's editor is a dream come true. But William's manuscript is the most depraved story Kyle has ever read. After Kyle politely rejects the novel, William becomes obsessed, threatening Kyle's career, his relationship with his girlfriend, and even his life. As Kyle delves into more of this psychopath's work, it begins to resemble a cold case from his college town. William's work is looking increasingly like a true crime confession, one in which Kyle may just end up starring. So it looks like another nail-biting thriller, kind of based around writers, and I love getting on the inside of all that. You know, it's kind of cool. And this is put out by Thomas Dunn Books of St. Martin's Press. Super cheap, just a really great find on Book Outlet. So again, after reading The Plot, I read this description. I'm like, yeah, I do want more books like The Plot. So let's go with The Mentor. Okay. All right, 2 books left in this 4-book haul, guys. Look at that. I'm doing pretty well. Okay, the last book has no relation to anything else. It had been in my cart forever, and it was really just like a $1.95 pickup, but it's something I wanted to get, and it's nonfiction, but I'll save that for last. So this one, just the cover itself was very evocative and kind of creepy. This is called Inspection, a novel by Josh Malerman. Look at that cover, hon. It kind of looks like that building from The House on Haunted Hill, the remake with the what's his face, the English guy he was playing, and Frank what's her name, Frankie Jansen, Famke. Oh, is he Australian? Yeah. So if Famke Janssen was in it. You don't mean the one with Liam Neeson. You mean the kind of campier one. It was campy. It was like he was put in The House on Haunted Hill, and Jeffrey Rush and Famke Janssen and a whole cast of odd people. But this is the building, I think, that they used for the set or the CGI. Anyway, it was pretty creepy. So this is Inspection. Now, I've never read Bird Box, and I know that they made the Netflix movie Bird Box. he wrote Bird Box. But that's not why I bought it. Let me just read this to you. Also, it had a lot of great blurbs from like Kirkus, Washington Post, Booklist started. Boys are being trained at one school for geniuses, girls at another. Neither knows the other exists until now. The best-selling author of Bird Box invites you into a world of secrets and horror. Jay, it's just the letter J, is a student at a school deep in a forest far away from the rest of the world, where 26 boys are being molded into prodigies of art, science, and athletics. Their life at the school is all they know and all they are allowed to know. They think of the school's enigmatic founder as their father and of one another as family, but Jay suspects that there is something out there, beyond the pines, that his father does not want him to see, and Jay is beginning to ask questions. Meanwhile, in a school on the other side of the forest, a girl named Kay, letter K, is asking the same questions. As Kay and Jay uncover the lies, they discover a more thrilling mystery than they ever expected. Each other. Okay. So, I just, on a whim, I picked up Inspection. All right, final book here is a nonfiction book. And it's like a memoir of sorts, but a very different one. This is called The Way Around. Finding My Mother and Myself Among the Yanomami by David Good. I've shown before on this channel a lot of the books I like to read about the what they call like the last tribes, the last contact tribes of South America, rainforest, people that really and the Yanomami, obviously they have been known for quite some time, but I've just always been just interested in their culture and the people who live in the deepest parts of the Amazon rainforest. And gosh, this must be like either aerial footage of either the forest canopy or like an up close picture of a leaf. So crazy. It's interesting. Let's see here. For much of his young life, David Good was torn between two worlds. The son of an American anthropologist and a tribeswoman from a distant part of the Amazon, David found his life upended at the age of 6 when his mother left their family, and it took a journey of 20 years for him to embrace his identity, reunite with his mother, and claim his heritage. From the wilds of the Amazonian jungle to the paved confines of suburban New Jersey and back, The Way Around is David Good's amazing chronicle of self-discovery, but also the story of his parents, as he relives his father's journey as an American encountering the Yanomami's world, and his mother's painful struggle to adapt to a Western lifestyle for her family. Interesting. Oh, boy. It's a tale of recovery and discovery, combining adventure, history, and anthropology. It's a fascinating exploration of what family really means and the way in which the strongest bonds endure across decades and worlds. So, look at that. There's him with looks like the war paint on. And there's him smoking a cigarette. He's also got like the nose piercing there. Anyway, so it's been in my cart and I've been wanting to get it for a long time and they still had it in stock. So I thought, well, let's just go ahead and do it. Well, all right, guys, 48 minutes later, I have shown you a whirlwind of books, mostly fiction this time around, except for the first box, which was four major works of history. The rest were like thrillers and historical fiction. We got the Ken Follett box, which was fantastic. Summer, let me know what you think below. If you ever want to do a read-along on one of those, let me know. I know you've read most of his books at least once. So, all right, guys. Big, long weekend ahead. I plan on doing a lot of reading. I've got a lot of book reviews coming in the next. I have to write probably 7 book reviews in the next 2 weeks. And I'm still reading them, so I need to crank out that. But I plan on making some more videos. I just got a huge Hamilton book shipment in the mail. It's my final one for a long time because I think I got everything I wanted. Yes, I did. And from there, I'll probably make another haul video this long weekend. And hopefully some more. I might do a book tag. I don't know. We got to see where the winds take me. I want to get out and about and enjoy this post-vaccination haze that I'm in. I really want to get out and see people and do things. So, and we still have to do work around here. So there's that. But I'll have some fun in the process. We both will. Right, hon?
Yes, babe.
She says yes, babe. She's so good. All right, guys, drop your comments below. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon, BookTube. Take care.